Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for maintaining a healthy relationship. You know, the kind of relationship where you actually each other and want to, be. We're talking about the things that can really put a damper on intimacy. So buckle up, because we're about to uncover 6 mistakes men always make that destroy a woman's sex drive. And trust me, you don't want to be caught making these blunders. Understanding these common mistakes can help you build a stronger, more intimate connection with your partner. And who knows, it might even lead to a more, shall we say, exciting relationship. Mistake 1. He forgot how to use his words. Okay, first up, we've got a classic communication breakdown. It's something we've all experienced at some point, right? You know how it goes? He says something, she hears something completely different. And the next thing you know, they're both scratching their heads. Suddenly, they're both wondering how they ended up on the same planet, let alone in the same room. It's like a scene from a comedy, but it's real life. It's like they're speaking 2 different languages, right? One's talking in Martian, the other's in Venusian. Well, guess what? Women, they like to talk about feelings. It's true, they want to dive deep into the emotional ocean. And sometimes those feelings are about, the relationship. It's about understanding each other on a deeper level. And maybe even, dare I say it, about intimacy and connection. These are the building blocks of a strong relationship. But when a guy clams up or avoids those conversations like they're a trip to the dentist, it can really put a damper on things. It's like hitting a brick wall. Think about it. How can you possibly connect on a deeper level if you're not even willing to talk about what's going on between you? It's like trying to solve a puzzle without all the pieces. It's like trying to build a house without any blueprints. You need a plan, a guide, something to follow. So guys, if you want to keep the spark alive, you gotta open up those lines of communication. It's not just about talking, it's about listening too. And ladies, I get it. Sometimes it feels like you're talking to a brick wall. It's frustrating, but don't give up. But trust me, communication is a 2-way street. Both parties need to be willing to meet halfway. Don't be afraid to speak up and let him know what you're thinking and feeling. Your voice matters. You might be surprised at how well he responds when he actually knows what's going on in that beautiful head of yours. Communication can be the key to unlocking a deeper, more fulfilling relationship. Mistake 2. He forgot she has feelings and needs. All right, next up we're talking about emotional needs. These are the invisible threads that hold a relationship together, the unspoken words that speak volumes. And no, I'm not talking about needing a good cry after watching The Notebook. Although, let's be honest, who hasn't been there? It's more than just a moment of vulnerability. I'm talking about those deep down core emotional needs that we all have in a relationship. The kind that make us feel valued, cherished, and truly connected to our partner. Women, they crave that emotional connection, that feeling of being seen and heard and understood. It's not just about the big gestures, but the little moments that show you care. It's like their love language is a warm, fuzzy blanket on a cold winter's night. That sense of security and warmth that comes from knowing someone truly cares. But when those needs are ignored, it's like someone just threw that blanket in the fireplace. Not cool, right? It leaves a void, a sense of emptiness that's hard to fill. Think about it, if you're constantly feeling neglected or unimportant, do you really think you're going to be in the mood for, shall we say, romance? Emotional neglect can be a relationship killer. Probably not. It's like trying to bake a cake without any sugar. You might go through the motions, but the end result is far from satisfying. So guys, if you want to keep the flame burning bright, you gotta nourish her emotional needs. It's about being there, truly being present in the moment. Show her you care, listen to her when she talks, and I mean really listen, not just pretend while you're checking your fantasy football team. It's the little things that count, and make her feel like she's the most important person in the world. Small gestures like giving her flowers or a simple compliment can go a long way, because newsflash, she is, at least in your world anyway. When you make her feel special, you're not just nurturing her heart, but also strengthening the bond you share. Mistake 3. She's not a coffee table, people. Okay, this next one is a biggie, taking her for granted. It's something that can sneak up on you if you're not careful. You might not even realize you're doing it until it's too late. It's like that old saying goes, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And believe me, that saying exists for a reason. It's a hard truth that many have learned the hard way. And trust me, you don't want to be the one who learns that lesson the hard way. The regret can be overwhelming, and sometimes there's no going back. When you start taking your partner for granted, it's like you're basically saying, you're here, you're comfortable, and I don't really need to put in any effort anymore. It's a dangerous mindset that can erode the foundation of your relationship. And let me tell you, that is a recipe for disaster. Arguments become more frequent, and the frustration builds up on both sides. It's like forgetting to water a plant and expecting it to keep blooming. Relationships need constant care and attention to thrive. Think about it. If you're constantly feeling unappreciated and invisible, do you really think you're going to be excited about, getting closer? Probably not. Emotional distance can quickly turn into physical distance. It's like trying to start a fire with wet matches. No matter how hard you try, it just won't ignite. So guys, if you want to keep the spark alive, you gotta show her how much you appreciate her. Small gestures can make a big difference. Notice the little things she does, compliment her, and make her feel valued. It's the little things that count. Tell her how much she means to you. Open up and share your feelings. Communication is key, and for goodness sake, don't forget to celebrate those special occasions. Anniversaries, birthdays, and even small milestones matter. Because trust me, she'll remember every single one, whether you do or not. Those moments are precious, and they help build a stronger bond. Mistake 4. A little soap and water goes a long way. Alright, let's talk about hygiene. Now, I'm not saying you have to look like you just stepped out of a magazine all the time, but a little effort goes a long way. Think about it. Would you want to cuddle up with someone who smells like they just ran a marathon? In a cheese factory? Probably not. And ladies, I know you've got your own routines and rituals, but trust me, a little sprucing up never hurt anyone. It's like putting on your favorite outfit. It just makes you feel good. And when you feel good, well, you know what happens next. Mistake 5. Stress happens. Be her rock. Life can be stressful, right? Jobs, bills, kids. That weird stain on the carpet you can't seem to get rid of. It all adds up. And when we're stressed, the last thing on our minds is, well, it's like trying to relax in a room full of screaming monkeys. But here's the thing, when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be there for each other through the good times and the bad. And that means being supportive, especially when your partner is going through a tough time. So guys, if you see your lady love is feeling the pressure, don't just sit there like a bump on a log. Offer to help out around the house, lend an ear to listen, or just give her a big old hug. Trust me, she'll appreciate it more than you know. Mistake 6. Put the magazine down, sir. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about expectations. Now, it's great to have high hopes for your relationship, but when those hopes turn into unrealistic expectations, it can really put a damper on things. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. And one of the biggest mistakes men make is comparing their partner to, well, everyone else. Whether it's that supermodel on a billboard or the neighbor's wife who seems to have it all together, comparisons are never a good idea. Remember, nobody's perfect, and everyone is on their own unique journey. So guys, if you want to keep your relationship strong and healthy, ditch the unrealistic expectations and embrace your partner for who she truly is. Because at the end of the day, it's the imperfections that make us human, right? So, those are the 6 common mistakes that can destroy a woman's sex drive. Remember, relationships take work, but the rewards are so worth it. By avoiding these pitfalls, you can create a more loving and intimate relationship. And who knows, it might even lead to a more, shall we say, exciting and fulfilling love life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship tips. And be sure to share this video with your friends, family, your mailman, anyone who might need a little help in the love department. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.